Hello, good evening, friends. How is everybody doing tonight? In case you don't know, my name is Elizabeth with Elizabeth Road Studio, and tonight we're going to be making our Nutcracker Ornament Makers kits. I'm currently sold out of these kits, and I won't have any more till next year, next Christmas. But you might be able to make them just by watching, or if you would like to join my Glass Collage Makers membership group, it's open right now. And I have a full tutorial with links to how to make these kits in there. So I show start to finish how to do it. But tonight I'm just going to be showing how to put together the kit. I used to do these videos right when my kits went on sale. And then when the video was over, you could buy them. But every year I've been selling them earlier and earlier. And so the video comes usually right after Halloween. So that is the start of the Christmas season for me. So if you're on here tonight, say hello. I will be giving away a kit tonight. I have a couple in my stash, and I'm going to do a giveaway while we're live tonight. And then I'm going to do another giveaway. I'll probably give it till the weekend, let other people watch the video. So I'll be giving away 2 kits one during this live and then one in a few days. Hi, Dolores. How are you? Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started because if you're watching this on replay to make the kits, you don't want to hear me talking to everybody, right? But comment on here, and a comment and a share will get you a dip in the bucket to pull your name out. I'll just select randomly tonight, and we'll pick one person tonight and one person in a few days to win a kit. Okay, let me make this the big screen here so you can see everything we've got going on. I pulled all the stuff out of the kit. Now these are the finished ones, just so you all can see what we're kind of going for here. These are what they look like all finished up. And this is all the stuff that's in the kit. Let me get this straightened here. Hello. Okay, you'll have 4 wood rounds. Well, I'll start with this. You'll have a packing list. If you look at this and you realize you're missing something, reach out to me. You shouldn't be, but you just never know. And then you have the instructions on the back. And down here is where this video is going to live on my YouTube channel. So when you type that in on YouTube, you'll just look at the videos and it'll be one of the first 2 videos. Okay, so these are all our supplies. You will get a template for 2 nutcrackers. The only difference between these 2 is the mouth. This one I did a mustache, and this one I did a mouth with teeth. So you can transfer both of them, or you can freehand it. So I'm going to transfer one, and then I'm going to freehand the others just to kind of show you how easy that is to do. So you will line all this up. And if you've never used transfer paper before, you just make sure that the darkest side is down. It's kind of a shiny side. You can see that's a little more matte and that's a little more shiny. So you just want to make sure that the darkest side is down. And then you line up your template. It should be exactly the right size. And I'm going to trace out the face part here. And I'm going to leave the rest of it. I'm going to do the beard and this part. And I'll just show you how this works. You can transfer all of it if you want to, or just some of it. But because this is real glass and it is hand cut, the glass pieces aren't always going to fit exactly on the traced areas. So you might want to make sure that you don't have to trace all of it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is where, so that's enough for me to kind of see with the guide, because I'm going to be painting this anyway. This just kind of helps me see where I want to place my little doodads, okay? So then you can do it for all 4 of your circles. Y'all say hello, because I'm going to pick a winner from the comments to win a kit. So let me show you what I'm talking about once we start placing these. Like these are going to be the eyes. They might not line up exactly. So you're going to paint that whole face with the flesh color. Excuse me. Doodad placement is very important, Sandy. You're exactly right. Okay, these are good paints. These are the paints that that come with your kit, and they're very good quality. I've used these to make some sample ones. You can you can mix your paint on your plastic tablecloth. Thank you all. You can mix your paint on your plastic tablecloth, or you can mix it just on a paper plate or something, or one of the little plastic cups that's in there. That would work too. So I'm going to get my brush. You'll have two different size brushes. I'm going to take a little bit of this peach color, and you can make your, obviously, your nutcrackers any color you want. Take a little bit of that peach color. And I'm going to take some of my white and rinse my brush out so I don't get my peach in my white. And I like to make their faces kind of light toned because that peach is really bright. So I'm just going to mix that up. See, it's still really bright. It's okay. Mix it up. And thank you. Hello, hello. And we're going to start painting the face. Now this one, I'm just going to cover up all of that. You'll still be able to see through it if you're using the template for your design. You'll still be able to see through the paint on there. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, in my Glass Collage Makers group, I went through and gave them the links to purchase these items and everything. So, and a template that they can download and print themselves. So if that's something that you want to do, if you missed out on the kit, we have the kit, this information, plus over 150 tutorials in our group. And it's only $29 a month, and you can cancel anytime. So it's a great investment. The other thing, make sure that your hanger is up at the top. Okay. Now I'm just going to eyeball this because that's how I roll, but you can transfer it if you want to. I also like that they all look a little bit different. So, you know, you do you. I'm going to paint the faces on all of these just like this. It's kind of like you make a circle, but you make two ends of it flat. Just like that. So let's see. Has everybody put up their Christmas tree yet? Am I the only one that hasn't done it yet? I know I'm not. Sean told me he's going to put it up this weekend for me. I'm so excited. I'm going to be out of town, but he's going to do that while I'm gone. He and Winston, the dog, will take care of the Christmas tree. Okay, see how these are all just a little bit different? Thank you, Kimberly. We do have fun in there, don't we? Oh, almost painted that one upside down. It's a fun group. So if this is something that you think you want to, that you're interested in, that you might want to get your feet wet with a project like this, this is a great way to do it. This is a great first project too. We have a lot of good beginner projects, and we have some that are a little more advanced too. We kind of run the gamut. In November, we're going to be doing all shelf sitters. I can't say that fast because I don't say the right thing if I say it fast, but we're going to be doing giftables. Okay, I kind of want to give this another coat because see how it's kind of dry and you can see the wood through a little bit. You won't put yours up until after Thanksgiving. I appreciate that. That's what we used to do, but we're going to be out of town for Thanksgiving this year. And here's my theory. Our son goes to school, university in Scotland. And so my theory is the sooner I decorate for Christmas, the sooner he comes home. Now that is not true at all, but that's what my brain thinks. So last year we decorated before Halloween, and this year we're going to do it this next weekend. So when a mama misses her baby, you gotta do what you can. Okay, so we have all of our little faces painted. And if you're doing this with a group and everybody's got their own, you might want to get some extra brushes. These are just, you know, simple brushes that I shouldn't say cheap because they're good brushes, but you don't, you know, you don't have to have something really expensive. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of figure out my colors while I let this dry. So I like to, let's look at my samples here. I like to use analogous colors, which are colors on the color wheel that are right next to each other. So like your yellow and green, blue and purple, pink and red, aqua, and blue. See that? So you want to use colors that are next to each other if you want to get this kind of a look, which I really do like them. I also saw a friend that did them today in college colors, black and gold, and those looked really cool too. What you're going to have in your kit are the one enough to do those kind of colors. So this is what you'll have. We have our sticks here for our hat band. Alexa, stop. I'm sorry, she started playing music. Okay, so we have our sticks here for our hat band. I'm just going to set these down temporarily while I'm figuring out what colors I want. Yeah, they went really fast this year. Next year, I'm going to have to make more, I guess. This glass has some texture to it. Your glass is all going to be a little bit different because, like I said, I hand cut all of these. So they're all going to be just a little bit different. Okay, the next part we're going to look at is our decorations. So I'm going to put the green. This is a different shade of green, but I like it like that. I'm going to put the green epaulets on here to go with this green. And then I'll probably put some yellow decorations on here. I'm just going to kind of plan it all out because I'm not normally that much of a planner, but when I'm doing stuff like this, you know, I want to. Oh, that's cute. Ooh, I could do these too. I could do, wait. Do this and this. That's cute. Oh, I've got these two too. You're going to have more glass than you're going to use, which is just fine. You're going to have more glass than you're going to use. Thank you, Sandy. I love them too. This is probably my favorite kit that I've done. I might have to make a comeback because it's been very, very popular. Let's see. Kind of like the red and the white together. Might pull some of this in. Ooh, that's a cool color too. Let's see, what's this one? Brown. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I still want to do pink though, so maybe I won't use those. I want to bring in some pink. Okay, then for this one, let's see, I think I want to do aqua with this one. Aqua. And then we'll do royal blue with this one. You just kind of mix and match your colors and see what you have. Everybody's is going to be a little bit different just because of the nature of glass. You're not going to always get exactly the same thing. Let's see, maybe I'll do purple with this one. I've got two different purple triangles here. Oh yeah. Okay, so now that I've got this kind of laid out the way I want it, with my colors here. Do that like that. And now see, I've got a ton of stuff. Well, you can't see that. I have a bunch of stuff left over. There we go. We'll slide that up a little bit. See, I have all these little pieces left over. These are all eyes, these white ones. These are all your eyeballs. So if you wanted to do orange and blue, I mean, I really like orange and blue. Maybe that's what I should do. Orange and blue together. Oh my gosh, that's really pretty. Maybe I'll do that. Orange and blue. You can kind of, you know, all these shapes are so geometric. Kind of fun. Let's see, there's some more. Oh, I just like those two. And look, I'm going to turn these like this. Ooh, there we go. Okay, I love it. Am I going to do some gingerbread making live again this year? I might. We picked a date, but I'm not so sure that it's going to stay that date. We've got to look at, make sure our schedules are still lined up. Okay, so now that we figured out what colors we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and paint the hat band. So for this hat band, or for the hat, I'm going to let that be yellow. So let me take this off here. You do have to plan a little bit with this. Take that off. And like I said, these paints are pretty good quality. but they do have to be mixed. So if you see a little bit of water sitting on top or liquid on top, you have to mix it like this. Mix it with the end of your brush and then just kind of wipe it off. And this one's already been mixed because I've been playing with these tonight. So I'm going to just paint across the top. I'm going to go all the way across the top of his head there. Now I have a secret. One friend of mine has already picked hers up. She picked him up a couple of weeks ago because she reached out to me a while back. She was having October bunko. So she and her bunko friends already painted theirs. Now, if you want to paint the sides, this part, you can. I'm kind of leaving mine. So if you want to do that, you can, though. And so she had, what was I saying? Oh, so she had all of her friends for bunko, and they painted their nutcrackers. Okay, this one's got a little bit of liquid on top, so I'm going to stir it, and that's just going to reconstitute that paint. You stir it and then wipe the end of your brush off so you don't get it all over yourself, because you know. Okay, I'm going to leave this just like this and paint. See, on this one, I sketched it out. This one, I'm just freehanding it. Got some water in my brush there. I'll go right over to those epaulets and then across the bottom. And that's going to be his little beard. Hi, Karen. How are you? Okay. So don't forget, comment, and if you sprinkle, share, you'll get entered to win a kit, and I'll ship it to your house. Okay. And I'm going to do stripes on this one for his little sleeves here. I like to do the colored stripes first and then go back and do white. Take that off just so I know where everything goes. And I have the shakiest hands known to man. I mean, I have a really bad tremor. So if you see me shaking, that's what it is, which means if I can do this, you can too. That's what that means. Okay. So that guy's going to wait for a minute. We're going to move on to this one. And I'm going to do hot pink because I love pink and red together. This pink is in pretty good shape. It does not need to be mixed again. So we're going to get our pink down on here. I'll probably need to do another coat of the yellow. You'll see when you get started painting, like, you know, if you need to do more than one coat. And then I'm going to do our pink stripes here. Good. Thank you all. Thank you. My goal is to get to 10,000 followers by the end of the year. So I'm at almost 9,000 right now. I would love to be at 10,000 by the end of the year. So when you all do that, yes, if you will, the list for next year's orders, yes, you can sign up for my emails, and that's how you will get on the list for next year's orders. Okay, I'm going to paint red down here at the bottom. He's got his red jacket on. He must really be a soldier with a red coat. He's a British soldier. We've been watching a lot of period dramas lately, so I've got red coat, British soldier on my mind. I know that, let's see, who was it that said they like period dramas? Sandy. Sandy told me that. Okay, let's move on to this guy up here. I edited a video yesterday for my angel kit. I don't know if you've seen those or not, but I have a very few of those left. And I realized how many times I say when doing that. Okay, let's pick out our aqua. Now this one, see how it's got a little bit of water on the top, or it's not water, it's whatever it is, the bonding agent for the paint. So just have to mix that up a little bit. Wipe that off. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I love that color. So pretty. I love these bright colors for Christmas too. I'm a very traditional decorator. Most of the things I do are traditional, but I love to do traditional with bright colors. It's like my favorite. And let's see. We'll do royal blue. Let's do royal blue at the bottom. Yeah, no. We've got a couple of different shades here. And these are, you know, you can do whatever you want on this. Don't ever feel like you have to do it just the way the picture is. The thing I love the most about these is that people always customize them, my kits, and that's my favorite thing. So when you come up with some ideas or add a little something to it that makes it unique. Hello. Hi, Paula. Thank you for coming along tonight. Okay. And then I'll do this aqua over here, which it's a little bit different color than the epaulet, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all. All right. The painting part, to me, is one of the more fun parts. That and resin. Well, I like it all, actually. Okay, we'll take these off. Let's get our orange on here. I don't think I've used this orange. That's the liquid I'm talking about. See that? You can just stir it in there. I know I keep saying that, but I want to make sure y'all stir them. I mean, you might be able to tap them against the counter a bunch of times, but really, it's probably easier just to stir them up. And I left that yellow open because I know I'm going to go back and do a second coat on that one. I'm using the wide brush for the bigger parts. I know that's all self-explanatory. Use the larger brush for the bigger parts and use the skinny brush for the stripes. And make sure, I mean, it's a good idea to go ahead when you start doing this, go ahead and put your plastic down because you're going to need plastic underneath your work anyway when we go to resin it. So if you go ahead and put it down right away, it just makes it a little bit easier. You can use the plastic bag too that the package that your box comes in. It comes in a plastic shipping bag, and that's a good that's good to use for your plastic underneath. You could use a plastic tablecloth or really anything. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sprinkling. Somebody's going to win tonight. Paint this. This one's going to be cute. I haven't done orange and blue, but oh my gosh, it's so cute. My kids' school colors. All right. And if you're just hopping on here, we're going to be giving away a kit. They're sold out, and the value is $59. It might be more now that it's sold out, though, right? And I'm going to be giving away one tonight and one in a couple of days. So if you're watching this on replay, go ahead and share, sprinkle, and comment, and I will pick a winner. Okay. So now we've got our colors all messed up, but I remember what goes where. Oh, I love the orange guy. His hat's a little crooked. We'll straighten that up in a minute. Oh, let me do the yellow. Do a second coat of yellow on here. And you can mix your own colors too. Say you want your blue a little more blue, so you mix a little purple with it, or you want your lavender a little less purple, so you mix some water with it. I mean, with white with it, whatever you want to do. Don't feel like you have to only use the colors that come with this too. Hello, I'm so glad you're watching from Canada. I just shipped a kit to Canada today. I still have my angel kits available. I have about 5 of those, so those are on my website as well, if anybody needs one of those. Okay, let's move on to our face. I'm going to do the face next. Let's see. Why did I close that up? We're going to mix some pink and white together. Actually, we're going to do the eyes next. Sorry. We're going to do the eyes next. You can make your nutcrackers with any color eyes you want. I'm going to give all this a minute to dry. Let me see. Blue and orange is the best. So is there a sports team that she likes that's blue and orange? Okay, let me show you this. Let's see if we can get in a little bit closer here. Sorry, no, that's shaky. Okay, so I'm going to set my eyes over here. I'm just going to do them all at the same time. Just make things easy for us. And you might want to match them up just to get them, you know, approximately the same size so you don't have a crazy eye. Because you'll have all these halves, you know, and they'll go together, but you kind of have to figure it out. Okay. All right. You'll be doing it for decades to come. Y'all are so funny. They were college roommates. Okay, we're going to paint a half circle on here. This is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just a half circle. That's all we're going to do. Half circle. Half circle. All of them. You can make them whatever color you want. Maybe you have green-eyed nutcrackers at your house, or maybe they have brown eyes, or you'll have to mix a brown color, I think, if you want a brown, but blue and orange make brown. All right, so we've got our little eyes. I love nutcrackers too, Cecile. They are my favorite. Okay, then we're going to take our black. Why did I close that up? We're going to take our black and we're going to make our pupil. Probably got to let that dry for a minute, but for the sake of Facebook Live, we will just make our pupil right there. Make it another little, just a dot really, but a half circle, if you want to call it that, semicircle. A little bit smaller than the eyeball. Just like that. These small things are fun. Aren't they fun? I know. I love doing like little tiny things. Okay. Now we're going to paint our faces. I'm going to see if I can scoot those aside. Scoot all these eyeballs aside to get the faces painted. We'll slide this back. Okay. Now, if you used a template, you should still be able to see that? The nose and the mouth underneath there. So worry not. If you traced it on there, you have that to go by. You could, if you didn't trace it on there, you could trace it on there now if you wanted to. You'd have to line everything up. Or you can just do like I do and just freehand it. So I'm going to take some white, make 2 little piles of white here. And I'm going to take some pink and mix the pink and white just to lighten it up just a smidge. I'll take a little more white. There we go. We're going to use this to paint a nose. Wipe some of that paint off there so I have a little better. Whoop, you can't see. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to use this to paint a nose, and I just put my hand in that eyeball. That was handy, wasn't it? Just like that. And usually their noses are kind of squarish at the top and squarish at the bottom. That is not bright enough. A little more pink. Got it too light. There we go. Really does show up on that peachy color. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint his cheeks on there too. His pink cheeks. Just put my hand in an eyeball again. There we go. Let's do the next one. This one doesn't have a guide for me to look at, so I'm just going to pick a spot and put his nose down and then paint some cheeks. There we go. So all of the Nutcracker kits have shipped out as of today. The sweet mail lady came and got every one of them, filled up her truck. Almost had to make 2 trips, but we got them all in there. I did help her. I don't want you to think I just left her to her own devices. Get our nose on here. Linda, I might have to send you this Nutcracker. I didn't know you liked orange so much. Orange and blue together, sorry. And this guy here. These kits they take a little bit longer than my previous years, but they are so worth it. And I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. I wouldn't enjoy something that was just place this here and you're finished, you know? So this is my kind of, you wouldn't say no? Well, you shouldn't. This is my kind of activity. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is paint my teeth. Well, why did I close that? I said when I was getting this ready, I should probably just open all of these little paint pots and leave them open so I'm not constantly open, close, but you know. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is if you want, I'll show you the difference here. This is the mustache and this is the teeth. I think the teeth are probably more a traditional Nutcracker because he's got to have a way to crack his nut. But I like the mustache too. So I gave you both options. So I'm going to do 2 of each. So if we're doing teeth, just make a rectangle right there. And it'll help if your bottom layer is dry. You know, get you a hot chocolate or a glass of wine or something and take a break. Watch a Hallmark movie. You know, let some of these things dry. Or you can just use a heat tool on it. If you're a serial crafter like I am, you probably have a heat tool in your supplies or a hair dryer. And you can just use that. Okay. More kits. Well, I hope you win tonight, Sue. We'll see what happens. Okay. Then we're going to get our white paint. And I'm going to do the mustache. So a mustache, I am putting my hand in all of these, y'all. That was a bad place to put those. The mustache is going to, you want to make sure your pink is dry so you don't end up with a pink mustache. Start under his nose and kind of curve up like so. I think I had water on my brush there. Start under his nose and curve up just like that. And you'll have a template if you want to use it. Sue, did you try the glass and resin angel? Did you get one of those? Those kits are still available as of a few minutes ago. I don't know. Somebody asked me about them, so I don't know if they've ordered all of them. But they're still on the website. But I do love these Nutcrackers. They are my favorite. Okay. So then we've done his little mustache. Let's do this guy's mustache. Sean wore a mustache for Halloween this year, and it was so funny. It was, you know, he was a pilot for this murder mystery dinner party we went to. And his mustache was really thick and black. And if you don't know my husband, he has red hair. So it did not suit him, but it was so funny looking. I got the biggest kick out of it as long as he had it on, and then he had to take it. It was so sticky, you know. He said, I don't know how people wear these things. I said, well, you know, if it grows, it's a little different, I guess. Okay. We got 2 mustaches. You can never get both sides to match. That's why you have a template. But both of my sides don't match either. If you look closely, they really don't. Okay, while I've got the white here, I'm going to go ahead and paint the white for his hair. Now, it will help if you do these in steps that kind of go together, like do all the whites together. But again, if you're doing this with a group of people and you've got, several people that are, this white is not very white. I added paint to this and I'm wondering if I didn't add the wrong color. No, it's white. So yeah, if you're doing this with friends or something and you're using one kit, you might not be able to do it in steps like this, but it is helpful if you can. You can't wait to do these and the angel. I know the angel's so cool. I just posted the video about that, the video making it on YouTube today. So put a little more white on there. All right, let's do this guy. Step by step. Now there's going to be that silver glass for his hair. So you don't have to worry about it being perfect, but I am going to paint underneath his epaulet a little bit because I don't want the white to just kind of disappear where that goes, And then here. Now, one thing about the kits this year, usually you're able to pour resin on them right away, but because we're going to be using some glue to hold things in place this time, and these do have quite a bit of paint on them, you need to make sure that the paint and the glue are completely dry before you pour resin on them because it will really mess up your resin. So just make sure that everything is completely dry before you put resin on it. And then we're going to do his little, now I'm playing with fire here because that blue is still wet. When you paint up against wet paint, you run the risk of getting everything mixed together. So just be cognizant of that. Oh, knocking the eyeballs over. Y'all still with me? Thank you for joining me tonight. So glad you're here. And these kits are one of my favorite things I do. So as long as I'm able to do them, I will be doing them. My mom and Sean both helped me so much this year with getting these done. And my sweet mom even sorted colors for me of these tiles and stuff so I could get them finished up before they needed to be shipped. Took it home with her and worked on it. It was so sweet. And then came and helped me pack them too. So it's a family affair. I used to have the boys home to help me, but they have moved on to greener pastures. The angels are beautiful. Sean even thoughts about using the wire on the angel wings for the online event after having cut 100 crystal bowls. Yes, he did. He thought that was a great idea to use wire. I just couldn't figure out a way to ship those. That was my thing. He would have done it again, of course. He would have, but I just could not figure. I'm doing a second coat of this white. You may not have to, but I kind of want to. I feel like it needs to be a little bit whiter. Maybe not on all of it, but because the glass is going to go over the top of it. I just want it to be white. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, we have to paint the white of our stripes. So I'm going to use my small brush down here and paint the white stripes in between these colored stripes here. Now you can have 2 stripes, 3 stripes, whatever you want. You don't have to do it just like me. I have 3 stripes and 4 stripes on some of mine. So however you want to do that. And I'm going to do another coat on this while I have this little brush out. 2. Y'all are going to have so much fun with these. Now, when you make them, I want you to post them and tag me in it because I'd love to see them, or send them to me in a message and I'll share them if you want me to. If you don't want me to, I won't, but I would love to see what you all do with them. That's my favorite part. How much do I think these should sell for? You mean if you're selling them at a vendor event? There are so many factors that go into that. I could talk about that for days. It's going to depend on what kind of clientele you have at your event, what kind of clientele you have built up for your business. It's going to depend on a lot of things. Karen, is it Karen that asked that? So that is not something that I could really answer for you. I'm sorry. There are just so many factors that go into it. How long it takes you to do them. All kinds of factors. Okay, let's paint our teeth on here. Whoop. The teeth are going to be just like little kind of rectangle. I'm going to do 4 on here, and they stack on top of each other just like that. Same thing here. I might not be able to get, no, I can. His mouth is smaller than the other guy. There we go. We got them on there. Okay. Now, I think that's all of that painting. We still have to do his eyebrows, but we'll do that after we get the eyeballs on there. And this eyeball I messed up, so let me fix that real quick. This is the one I put my hand in just a minute ago. Isn't that nice? And there we go. And I did this one too. My hands are black and blue now. I think this is the blue I used for the eyes. We'll pretend it is. There we go. Even my shaky hand can do it. Like I said, if my shaky hand can do it, you all can do it. Okay. I'm going to move those out of the way. All right. Let's figure out our colors again. I haven't forgotten. I just moved everything. So I'm going to put a couple of eyes down. How cute. Look at that. I think this one goes with that one. Oh my gosh, that makes them really come to life, doesn't it? We'll do these two. I think this one and that one go together. And this one. And this one. I don't know why, but that makes me laugh. Aren't they funny? Aren't they funny? Yes. Who asked me that? Yes, Karen, they are. And okay. We'll get your hat on here. Oh, one more thing. Y'all have in your kit, you have a glue pen. Here it is. And the glue pens are so handy for keeping everything in place. I love these. And you'll have more than enough glue. And it dries totally clear, but you do have to allow it to dry. So there we go. The last thing I'm going to do are the eyebrows, and I'll show you how easy those are, but we're going to get these eyeballs situated. And it's helpful to glue them down, then that way they're not shifting as you're moving everything else around, okay? So you can get them just right. Again, if you're not doing a Facebook Live, you can take your time and let these dry. Let the paint dry on your eyeballs and on everything. Aren't they funny? I know, Sue. I love when they get their eyeballs because it's so funny. Okay. Oh, I didn't do white stripes. Shoot. Y'all, getting ahead of myself. I did my white stripes on the yellow, but not on this one. This one. And when you paint the white stripes on, it kind of makes the other color, it makes it brighter like here, and it makes it a little bit skinnier, which is kind of nice too, because I can't get very thin with my shaky hands. There we go. And Sandy's, not Sandy's, Linda's, not Sandy's, Linda's little nutcracker here. Now, Linda, if I send you this one, you still have to make your own though, okay? Yeah, it gives them their personalities. I know. Oh, Dolores, you should keep them for yourself. Okay. So this was, what have I done here? This was this one, I think. No, this was this one, maybe. This was this one, maybe. I don't know. What did I do, y'all? It doesn't matter because they're going to be cute no matter what. And this guy, oh, I just got glue on there. That's okay. Let's see. His epaulets are here. I might go ahead and glue these down just because. Oh, I just took the top right off of that. Well, shoot. I pulled too hard, y'all. I was talking instead of. There we go. Okay, sorry. You already got your circle. You already got your circles cut. Oh, good. Okay, we're gonna do a little dot of glue there and there. Oh, little dot of glue there and there. Blues. Maybe this one went with that. Is that how that went? I think it is. I don't know. Really doesn't matter. It's cute either way, but I think I like that better. This one goes with this one. I love the doodads and the decoration. It's my favorite part. I said that about the painting though, didn't I? But this really is my favorite part. I really do love this part. Okay, so you see that? Those red epaulets are a little bit smaller than my sketch was, but that's okay. They still, you know, it covered it up okay. Love those glue pens. I wish maybe they are refillable. Well, I just took the bottom off of it, so I bet it is. I just like the little tiny tip on it. Okay, now let's see. We have orange, orange, and orange for Linda. Y'all, my glass collage group has been open for 4 years. And I think we have a lot of people on here tonight that have been there all 4 years. So we're going to have a party in November. Oh, it is November. We're going to have a party near the end of the month to celebrate. This is not how I designed this one, but that's okay. I still like it like this. We'll slide that up a little bit, leave room for his eyebrows. Oh, he's so cute. Coming up on 5 years at the end of the month. Wait a minute. No, it's 4 years. It's 4 years, right? I think it's 4 years. It was in 2019. I don't know. Maybe you've been here longer than I have, Linda. Or Cindy. Cindy said that. Time sure flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? How many projects have we made, you all? We made a ton of projects. I don't know what I did with this, but he's going to be cute. Oh, I know what I want to do. This goes up here. I'm going to do this at triangles. I mean, at a, oh my gosh, a diamond shape. Diamond shape. Make sure that's in the middle. I've got some more decoration to go on here, so I'm not going to add to. Well, maybe I should. That one and this one. Oh, yeah, that's good. 3 triangles. Okay. Then this guy here, what did I have on here? Did I have white? Or did I just not have anything? I might not have had anything because I've got some other stuff to put on there. Okay. That's kind of green. Yeah, I'm not going to do any of those decorations on there. Okay, let's do this one. Also talk to myself a lot. You can't write or math today. Listen, that is a common occurrence for me. So no judgment here on, I don't know why I did that. I want this to go up here. It's okay. It draws clear, so you can put it wherever you want to. It's not going to matter at the end of the day. Oh, I like this one. This guy's cute. There we go. Okay, now, you know what else we have? We have a bag of more doodads. So I love these, and this is just going to sparkle it up, right? I suggest dumping these into one of these little cups that came in your package because they'll just be easier to handle. And then you can make a little pile of glue just like that. And you also have tweezers, so you don't ruin your good tweezers. I'd hate for y'all to do that. And I just dip it in and dot it. This is like those Dippin' Dots. What are they called? Diamond dots. Is that what they're called? I don't know. My mom and sister do those. I've never done them before, but they're really pretty. I'm going to put some buttons on his little coat. They go everywhere, do they? So I'm dipping and dotting. And are you talking about these? These go everywhere for sure. These little things, I find these well into June in my studio. I use them every year for something. And I find them everywhere. Whoop. See, even right then. Just to get to the bottom down there. Oh, that one's a big one. That one will be good right in the middle. We'll scoot this one over. Put him there. Oh, that's cute. See, I'm saving your good tweezers by putting a pair of cheap tweezers in there for you. It's just when you get them yucky, then they don't ever work again. So I like to keep these little cheapy ones around for all kinds of stuff. My crafting tweezers. Oop. Now this is so stinking cute. I like this guy. He's got a really pretty hat. We're at Diamond Art. Yep. Where do I get the tweezers? I get these from Amazon. The Getting Place. That's what my mom always used to say. I got it at the Getting Place. Oh, the gold is pretty with him. And these little balls are different sizes. So, you know, like I had a big one there. You're going to have some small ones. You might want to use the smaller ones for buttons on his little jacket. Whoop. Whatever. It's up to you. I know I say that a lot, but I don't want people to get hung up on, oh, it has to look just like hers, just like the picture. I'm going to do 3 on this one. I think 3 will fit. Y'all are so sweet for hanging in here with me. Okay, let's do blue and orange. We're going to do gold on him because he's very fancy. I think the orange and gold look good together. We'll put those up there. Oh. You can mix them up. You can do whatever you want. We got everything. Oh, I said that already. We got everything shipped out today. So you should be getting your tracking numbers on these. Oh, thank you, Clara. Well, I give the template and the supply list and everything in my membership group if you're interested in doing these on your own without a kit. I have the links to everything and the template download and all that stuff. So it's only $29 a month. We're open right now. And We have over 150 projects in there. I don't know, the number might be higher than that. It might be 180. Does anybody know? I don't even know. I should keep up with that, shouldn't I? At some point, we're going to have to archive some of those projects. They just go back so far. 3 years, right? No, 4 years. No, 3 years. No, 4 years, right? I don't know how many years it goes back. I can't remember what we just said. 4 years. This is our 4th year of having the group. Yes. Oh my gosh, so many good projects in there. Okay. Y'all, okay, let me do another big one right up here because that's super cute. I like having the big one right in the middle. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, now comes the tricky part. We are going to use a brush, our clean, dry brush, right? And we're going to use our sprinkles here, these sprinkles, to make our hair on these guys. So, what did you say? You're doing this with 2 different friends? Oh, how fun. Okay, the easiest way I found to do this, because it is a little tricky, we're going to run kind of a bead of glue. We're going to run a bead of glue around here. This is why you're going to have to let these dry, maybe even overnight. But if you put a little bit of glue on there, just kind of make like a dam. And I'm going to dump this into one of these little cups. We're going to use these cups to pour our resin in a little while, but they're also handy for just kind of containing stuff. And you just sprinkle that on there. I can only do it with my right hand. It's a party trick. My left hand doesn't know how to do anything, only my right hand. And then if something kind of gets out of line, you just push it back into that glue and it'll stay there. Okay. And it all doesn't have to be glued because the resin's going to hold it on there. That's how the resin works. It holds it all on there. But that's going to help you. 186. Sandy, I didn't know we've been working that hard for 4 years. What on earth? That's a lot, y'all. That's a lot of projects. So there are 186 projects in our group. My goodness gracious. It would take you years to get through all those. So you have to pick out the ones you like the best and just do those, I guess. Well, it took us 4 years to get through it, didn't it? Oh, shoot. Did you see what I just did? That was not dry, but that's okay. I fixed it. Okay. So same thing. We're going to run a bead of glue down through here and run a bead of glue down through here and then make our little rectangle squarish thing there. And sprinkle that on there. You're going to lose some, and that's okay. You don't need all of it. I gave you a bunch. I gave you way more than you need. Trust me on that. It'll be good if all of your paint is dry because when you sweep this in here, you don't want to mess up your paint. So like I said, do as I say, not as I do, and let your paint dry. Drink your hot chocolate or your wine or whatever, or eat a snack. Snack is always good. And let that paint dry. So you just use this like a little broom, dump and sweep. That's a method we use. My friend thinks she invented it. She did not, but we let her believe that. Dump and sweep to get all of our little pieces and parts in there. Aren't they cute? Thank you. I think they're adorable. And you know, you're not going to have all this do-si-doing around like I am because you're not going to have to make sure it's all on camera. So all this moving around of these, you won't have to worry about that, I don't think. Give yourself space. I always work myself into a corner though, because that seems to be my MO, but that's just how it goes. Again, my left hand doesn't work, so I have to turn that around. my brain doesn't work that way. And Parker, our youngest son, is ambidextrous. He does everything with both hands. He writes usually with his left hand, but he can write very well and really nice handwriting with his right hand, even though he is technically, I guess, left-handed. I don't know. He does everything with both hands. It's so crazy. And me, I am not made that way. Okay, I have a little bit extra on there, so I'm just going to kind of sweep it off my board onto the tablecloth that I'm going to be throwing away after I resin, right? Get a little too much on his beard there. That's all right. He's cute. They need names. Ooh, they do need names. Like Captain, this one looks like Captain Butterfinger, honestly. And General, maybe General Kit Kat. They do need names. For sure. Y'all come up with names for them and I'll write them on the back. Can't do it that way. Now, when you resin these, you might end up getting some, well, you will end up getting some resin in that hole right there. So if you check on them after a couple of hours, you can clear out that little hole with a toothpick or with the end of this paintbrush. It'll go straight through there. Or you can just wait till they're dry and drill that hole again, or push through with like a awl or something like that, or hammer, put a nail through it even. That would work once it's completely cured. All right. Y'all, they're so cute. That's yeah, you have to learn how to do that. I didn't realize you were left-handed too. Yeah, that's what he said. He said I had to learn how to do that. We don't have an option. All right, I'm dumping all these little things out so I can use my little cups. Okay, I'm gonna do the eyebrows now. And you want to make sure that you've got your eyelids down far, or your eyeballs down far enough to leave room for your eyebrows. If you want to paint some eyebrows, I'm going to use my skinny brush and just kind of go across there. Now I have to turn and do it the other way because, like I said, my hand doesn't work that way, but here we go. Just kind of swipe across the top. Might have white hair, but boy, he's got his eyebrows done. Although they could just be eyelids. I don't know. They're whatever you want them to be. Just kind of paint a line up there. His eyes are a little bit crooked. Make that eyebrow thicker on one end and lighter on the other. Look at that. Colonel Mustard. Yes. Oh, that would be a good one for this green and gold guy. Okay, so now what you're going to do is make these little nutcrackers like tables. And you're going to put their little heads on top of these circles. Just like such, like so. Just like that. Now, sadly, these guys are really wet. Oh, he lost his little gold piece at the top. Let me put another one on there for Sandy. I mean, for Linda. Why do I keep saying that? Let me put another one on there for Linda. Okay. Sadly, these guys are super wet. And if I pour resin on it right now, on these, sorry. If I pour resin on these right now, there we go. The glue, you see all that white glue? It's going to come up through the resin and it's going to make it really cloudy, and it's not going to adhere in that spot. But I have some over here through the magic of, what is it? I don't know. So let me grab these other ones over here. They're a little bit different, but they are dry. And that is, that's what we need. I made these in my group yesterday. Day before yesterday. And so these are totally dry. So we're going to resin these because I want to show you how to use that resin packet. That's an important part. So here we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So let's see. Whoop. There we go. These are our Manny will have to wait for his resin. That's right. He will. Okay. So when you get ready to resin, I want you to make sure you're wearing gloves. That is very important. Make sure that everything is dry, very dry, and make sure that you have plastic underneath and that you're doing this in a place that you can leave them to dry for about 12 to 18 hours, not 20, about 12 to 18 hours undisturbed. You don't want little hands in them or bugs or dogs or anything like that, cats, whatever. So I do these in a room. Like you could move them to another room, but it's really helpful if you kind of keep them in the same spot because you don't risk knocking stuff off. But they are glued down, so it's okay. All right, so you're going to have your resin packet. This is 2 ounces of resin that comes in your kit. And these are the instructions. You can look at those if you want. Art resin is a really great product because it is made by artists for artists, and it has no VOCs and it's UV resistant, and it is food safe when it's cured. So there are a lot of benefits to using art resin. It's the only resin that I use. I love it. So you'll have this, which is 2 parts of your resin. Once it's mixed, you only have about 30 minutes to use it. So I did have one lady one year that mixed it and then they went to a movie and came back and she said, it was hard when I got back. And I said, yeah, you have to wait. You have to wait until you're ready to use it. So, okay, so don't do that. You mix it up right before you use it. So you have 2 parts. You're going to mix those together and set a timer. Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes. Okay, so you're going to mix this then for 3 minutes. Oh, these guys, do you see the colors on these guys? Wait, let me raise that up a little bit. It's hard to see. So this one, he had some red tiles in there. Look at this one. I did a little triple ball action up at the top. Okay, I'm going to scroll through here and pick a winner for our first giveaway. And then the other one I will pick on, let's see, I'll pick it on Saturday. How about we do that? We'll give a few days for everybody to watch the video if they want to watch it, and for all the shares to be shared and all the people to see it. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to scroll through these. I'm looking away. I'm looking away. I'm looking away. My eyes are closed. Pick one. Phyllis Smith. Phyllis Smith. You are the winner. Yay. And look, she said I shared. That's great. Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations, Phyllis. If you can send me a private message with your address, I will ship that out to you tomorrow. We'll get it in the mail. Congratulations, Phyllis. Congratulations. Thank you, Linda. Thank you all. Congratulations. Okay, that was my really technical way of picking a winner. I really wasn't looking. I just scrolled and scrolled. Y'all saw it, right? Yay. Okay. So if you're looking for this video in the future, it will be on my Facebook page under videos, or it will be on my YouTube page. The YouTube link is in the kit. There's the name of it is in the kit. It's just Elizabeth Rhodes Studio on YouTube. Yay. Okay, so don't forget to send me your address so I can get that out to you. Somebody was asking something up here, a question. Anything you can cover them with while they're drying to keep pet hair out? Yeah, you could do an empty box, an empty, Amazon box on top of it, an empty plastic tote, an empty bucket, anything that is just going to kind of keep everything covered. So a lot of people use boxes or an upside down tote, plastic tote. So that's a very common problem that we have. I'm lucky that I'm able to close my door and my dog won't come in here. So, but not everybody has that. I haven't always had that kind of luck. So, okay. All right. So don't forget, keep sharing. You might still win. I'll pick another winner on Saturday morning. All right. So you're still massaging. We got 3 minutes. And if you're making these live with me, like on the replay, if you're watching it and making these live with me, make sure, well, even if you're not, make sure you're, Alexa, stop. Make sure you're getting in the corners. Okay. That was our 3 minutes. Make sure you're getting in the corners down here, because you want to make sure all that's mixed together. Okay, you're going to need every single drop of this resin for these 4 ornaments. You're not going to need more than that, but you'll need every drop. So what I want you to do is take a pair of scissors, and I want you to cut this very tiny, tiny corner. You just want a tiny bit of the corner. See how small that is? Because we're going to drizzle this really, really, really small. You close the door and cross your fingers. That's a good technique. Okay, you're going to resin on the mountains first, because resin is going to drain down onto the base. So you want to start with the highest points first, because you want to make sure that those get resin, right? Especially the glass. You're going to make all of that, make sure all of that gets resin. And you're just going to drizzle back and forth. So you're going to do the highest points first, and it'll drain down and cover the base part. It's a lot like Karo syrup. And the thinner it is, I mean, the warmer it is, the thinner it is. So the warmth from your hands mixing it like that is super helpful. Okay, once you get all the glass parts covered, you're going to just go on to the next one. And that's going to kind of just drain down and cover the base. Cover the base while we're not looking at it. And it will, it'll cover a lot of that. We may have to use the end of a paintbrush to smush it around a little bit, but for the most part, that should cover it. So which colorways do you all like best? Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments which color mixture. It doesn't have to be one that's on here right now. It could be the ones that we actually made a minute ago. I'm just curious. I always wonder. I know which one is Linda's favorite. Okay, we're doing good. Oh, almost knocked that over, y'all. Well, did knock that one over. This is why you want to make sure you have gloves on, so that when you have to rescue something, you don't get the resin on your hands. It's very safe, but you don't want to get it on bare skin. Green and yellow, blue and orange, teal. I love it. I told my group I had a green and yellow bathroom growing up. Of course, I was born in 1973, so that was all the rage, right? Green and yellow. And it was really these shades of green and yellow. Just exactly. Just so funny. And it's still pretty much that color. My mom still lives in that house. All right. Look at them shine, you guys. Resin shine. There is nothing like that resin shine. Love the purple one and the pink and red. And maybe the blue and orange. It'll take a little convincing, huh, Sandy? So is that her baseball? Are those her baseball team colors? I don't even know. I don't even know why she likes those colors. I think it's her baseball team. She's a baseball lover, right? If I remember correctly. Okay, so look, we still have quite a bit of resin left. So see how these are all kind of filled in? I don't know what is going on here. Go. Please hold. Let's hope I don't get resin on my. Sorry, y'all get to see my messy room. Here we go. Sorry about that. No, you just like them? Well, I thought maybe it was a baseball team colors. All right, now we're slid out of There we go. Okay. So we're just going to go through here and cover up some of those little spaces there that didn't quite get resin on them, and make sure that all the little pieces and parts are covered one more time. It takes some practice to get down to using as little resin as possible. I will tell you that. It's not something that you can just do and forget about it. Using as little resin as possible is a skill, but for these little pieces, it should be easy. I just want you to use as little as possible to make sure you have enough. And sometimes you have to, rob Peter to pay Paul. Like if you have some drips on your table, you might have to pick it up with your gloved finger, or the end of your paintbrush or a popsicle stick or something, and put it back onto your board to cover up any spots. But you all should have plenty. Should have plenty. As long as you just drizzle it like that. Okay. And we really aren't going to have any bubbles because I'm going to use the end of my brush to kind of drag some of this resin out. We really aren't going to have any bubbles because we mixed it within that packet. If you're stirring it in a bowl or something, or in a container, you're more likely to get bubbles, but really aren't going to have any bubbles. Oh, there's a little spot I missed. So just using the end of the paintbrush to kind of move that around and get that where you want it to go. You should be all set. You still use too much. Well, it does take some time, but when you have a limited supply, like 2 ounces, you can usually get the most out of it, especially when it's in something like this, because you can really roll that up and squeeze until it's all out. But it's like liquid gold. We love it. Okay, I think all the areas are covered, and everything looks good. I don't even think I need to worry about these holes because there's not really enough to stop it up. But you could check on it again in a little while and stick a toothpick down there, the end of your brush or something. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Be sure and sprinkle this, and I'll pick one more winner. And then when these are all dry, sign the back of them and put your leather. You've got a little piece of leather. Put your leather through the hole to tie them up, and you'll have some beautiful ornaments that you should enjoy for years to come. So thank you all again so much, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.